Ni hao, and welcome back to the second Chinese campaign. And we're gonna play a big battle to start things off with this episode. Facing off against two Japanese battlecruisers that are quite a bit more impressive than my bargain bin battleships. So, we'll see how this goes. 13-inch, they should be Mark 5. That's kind of worrying, but hopefully they don't have too much armor, so my battleships will be able to gun them down. Alright, weather is not too bad. That is good. Let's see. Let's have you going this way. And again, the heavy cruisers will follow just to begin with, till I find some special use for you. DDs, I'm gonna try and score some opening torpedo hits, and the light cruiser will again be a scout. There you go. Enemy battlecruisers are visible. That's not bad looking. That's a pretty decent looking AI design. Impressive. It's got armor. 7.7 on the main belt, 6 inches pretty much everywhere else. Yeah, Mark 5 13s. With very good range. Capitalistic and capped. Let's see. How far away are we? 30 kilometers. The back one can target the back one, and the two first ones can target the lead ship. Now, I might not need too much scouting here because they've got ships that do not have smoke launchers, namely the heavy cruisers and the battle cruisers. Drop down to cruising speed. Okay, we're hitting something. Okay, I just did a pretty big mistake. Potentially. By smoking up here. Covering my own vision. But I think we're good. Torpedoes. Torpedoes, torpedoes, and torpedoes. Clear to launch. We'll see if we can score a lot of hits with this. All torpedoes are running true. In fact, we're going to detach these two, just have them turn independently, so we don't form one big conga line of DDs that draw a lot of fire to their friends. Seems the enemy has spotted the torpedoes. It seems they're gonna take some torpedoes. Yeah. Tenryu. is not looking too good. Excellent opening torpedo volley. And we score even more torpedo hits on a DD. I mean, just in number of hits, it's not extreme or anything, but we hit the ones we really needed to hit. Torpedoes on the battlecruiser, please. If you can. Should be possible, it's pretty much dead in the water. If not, just dead. Join the DDs back together. First enemy battlecruiser is down. All battleships target the remaining battlecruiser. These are not going to hit much. Hexy taking heavy fire. Battleships, are you firing AP? I hope you are. Because those battlecruisers are perfect AP targets. Heavy cruisers, I want you gunning down that DD. Okay, Hexy. I think you've had enough. I think you've had enough for this battle. DD's torpedoes are almost reloaded, so they can go in for round 2. Yeah, Hexy sinks. Heavy cruisers, you can speed up. Just dropped its entire load. That's worrisome. Shikang, you might not survive this either. But I'm gonna try and get your sisters away. Enemy DD is down. Maybe a little bit too late, but yeah, one more heavy cruiser lost. But the enemy battlecruiser is not doing too well anymore. Let's see, where have my DDs gotten to? They are here. Actually, we're going to turn this way and intercept them from the front there. Battlecruiser is down. Now I need my battleships to find some other targets, namely the heavy cruisers. My two remaining heavy cruisers can keep firing at that light cruiser. In fact, no, they're gonna target that DD. And I want this light cruiser coming in and doing the same. Actually, secondaries on the DD. Just score a couple of 7-inch hits on that boat. Help slow it down. It would be very helpful. There are a lot of torpedoes swimming around. There we go. Torpedo detonation aboard Katsura. Which might now be going down. Yeah, engine damage as well, and sinking. She did not get to launch her remaining torpedoes. That is excellent. So far we've lost 2 heavy cruisers, which is certainly not ideal, but all things considered, well, we're kind of inexpensive. Let's see. We do have torpedo range, but they're kind of heading away. So I don't know if the range is going to be good enough when you consider the lead. I think this is a better target selection, like so. Yeah, you just gotta have to launch when you can, if you can. And we're gonna hope it works. You two can get stuck in again. We're pretty much intact. Are we going to use this to hunt down the enemy light cruisers? Mayhaps. Okay, yeah. HE might actually be a good idea versus these heavy cruisers. They don't have that much armor. Are we launching yet? I guess we have launched. We have launched. So you guys can just go home. You're no longer of any use to me. Are we going to score any hits from this, though? That's a lot of torpedoes. Very much spread out. Yeah, they've detected them. It's a kind of a thin torpedo soup. But hopefully should still be able to get some hits here. Maybe. I mean, it's not out of the question. This is gonna hit. Yes. This is gonna hit. Yes. Now that was nice because they are now too slow to run away. Yet more torpedo hits. Maybe, well, they could still run away from the battleships. But not my heavy cruisers. They're actually slower than my heavy cruisers to begin with. Here are the enemy lights. They're also quite damaged. I think we're gonna get this. I almost forgot. We need a thumbnail of the mighty Temu-class battleship. Mighty being slightly sarcastic. They are running away. So my light cruisers actually get to test their heavy forward-facing firepower. You can even drop down to a little bit of cruising speed. 33.3 cruising speed. That's not bad. You guys, though, you probably want to fire AP. Because I'm pretty sure you can pen with AP. And probably not with HE. There we go. Big battleship hit on a heavy cruiser. On Kasuga. More hits. What was the price tag of these again? 461 million. That's almost as much as one of my battlecruisers. That's twice as much as one of my heavies. There we go. Good hits on the lead ship, Izumo. My battleships are falling slightly behind. How fast are you going? 20 knots, 21.6, 20. Yeah, no. You're not fast enough to run away from my battleships. Shankui, I want you slowing down a bit. And target the middle ship, which is the most damaged. I want it slowing down because I want to basically just fire from the front. 29 knots, 29, 30. Don't want to actually catch up to the light cruisers, I want to keep shadowing them. You guys can definitely drop down to cruising speed, because you have more than caught up with the enemy heavy cruisers. You are already in an ideal firing position. There we go. You're doing good work, little light cruiser. You might actually sink this enemy light cruiser, which would be epic, considering it's worth twice as much as you are, Shangui. Temu-class battleships slowly shadowing the enemy heavy cruisers. Okay, we got some incoming torpedoes here, nowhere near the Zhangui. More flooding, but it's only hitting the aft, which is already flooded. My heavy cruisers have run out of AP, down to HE only, which is not good. Okay, battleships. Just gonna have to go straight at them, even if it means less firepower being brought to bear. I have secondaries on that one. More flooding hits on Yoshino, but not really enough to sink it. Kasuga's still afloat, but I think she's gonna go down soon. So the enemy heavy cruisers have turned and are headed towards my battleships so they can turn again. Unmask all their guns. There we go. Kasuga goes down. Takao and Izumo left. Over here, Yoshino sinks. The body next target. Meanwhile, my battleships were here. Now finding themselves in a good firing positions to engage the enemy heavy cruisers. Need some better target selection here. And I think the cruisers will just take care of themselves. Before I forget, I think I forgot to do a thumbnail picture for the previous episode, so I'm just gonna do that now. And maybe that can be the light cruiser. And we're just going to pretend that was one of yesterday's battles. And they are charging towards my battleships. That's the Bushido spirit. That's what I was waiting for. These guys are completely out of ammo. But they did their job, herding the heavy cruisers towards my battleships. And there they go. Now sadly, with my heavy cruisers out of ammo, they cannot go up here and help the Jiangqi with sinking the enemy light cruisers. So, I'm just gonna hope the remaining 41 shells will do the job and sink the U-body. I don't think we're gonna get the other one. Granted, my heavy cruisers do have 5-inch secondaries, but yeah, no. It's gonna fire off what we have left here, and that was that. And break off the chase. Yeah. And end the battle. Now that was a victory. Lost 2 heavy cruisers, but we sank 2 quite powerful battlecruisers, 3 heavies, 1 light, damaged 2 more, and sank 2 DDs. So that is not bad. My own DDs did quite well, scoring multiple torpedo hits. Especially you, 4 torpedo hits. My battleships also did quite well. Yeah. Unrest going down further, naval prestige going up. That's what I like to see. Transport losses. Latvia being allied to Japan. Do I have any allies? Nope. What does Japan have left? 4 battleships, 17 heavies, 17 lights, 19 DDs, and still 21 submarines. They still outnumber me more than 2 to 1 in total ship numbers. But they've lost both of their battlecruisers, so that's something. Now, I lost a battleship at the end of the previous episode. So we're going to have to replace that. And also these 2 heavy cruisers. Let's build 4. That's the nice thing with cheap ships. Is that you can build many of them, basically. Let's do the submarines. 2 of my mining submarines versus a heavy and a DD. Didn't go too well. But mine-laying submarines versus ships with submarine hunting equipment. Not really a good fight. Like that. Yeah, that's a lot of submarines going down. Mutual destruction there. But that is basically okay. I just hope their minefields actually damaged some ships before before they went down. There was probably a pop-up that I just missed. Let's build some more mining submarines. I think 4 more is probably a good idea. Like so. Are we getting any research done? Well, that's probably the Mark V 14-inch guns coming in. I think when I get the Mark V 15s, I will do a refit of the Temu-class, making them better, but also probably more expensive because I can kind of afford that now. Yeah, we're fighting a enemy light cruiser and a DD. Got a light of our own and 2 DDs. Alright, Yang Zhang. I think you're gonna have to do most of the work here. But if we can land some early torpedo hits with the DDs, that would be nice too. Oh, my light cruiser is actually faster than my DDs. There you go, torpedoes away from the light cruiser. We're gonna have both of you target the light with your torps, and just hope we get lucky and whack some of the DDs as well. Now I can switch to the DD with your guns. Are we actually gonna score torpedo hits here? We might. Probably not. Nope. Got close though. There we go, floating hit on the enemy DD. But one of mine is taking some pretty big hits as well. Gonna detach you. A lot of torpedo hits on poor whatever that's pronounced as. Let's kill this DD. Because it's right next to my light cruiser. Sadly, my cadet crews are not the most accurate. Urakaza. It's been slowed down a bit by that flooding. There we go. 3-inch guns at close range. Doing some brutal work against that DD. Sadly, it did score some hits in return, causing flooding on Yangjang. Again, it's that huge, lightly armored nose. Well, no, it's not that lightly armored. It's got the same armor as the main belt. Yeah, I think we're just not winning that fight with the enemy light cruiser. My torpedoes are ready on this DD though. But I don't think it'll come back in time to save the Yangjang. And that's a weakness of this design. It's got very little firepower towards the aft. And Yangjang sinks. Only have one DD left. And it's not a very good DD. But it's all I have, and I want to save this convoy. So I think the game plan here is to just get close, dump torpedoes into it from as close as possible. There it is. It's got a green level crew. That's as close as I dare get. Torpedoes are away, but they're gonna miss. They're all gonna miss. Yeah. Too maneuverable for torpedo hits. Can I lure it away from the convoy at least? Actually scoring gun hits though. No, I don't think I can. I think it's gonna eat my transports. Yeah, those Japanese light cruisers are... They are tricky enemies. They don't have a lot of armor, but they are fast enough that they're very difficult to hit. And they hit hard enough in return that it's risky to get close. Come on, you Hulu. It's actually following the DD, not the transports. It is nice, I guess. It's nice of it. It's almost out of ammo. Oh, I should have baited it to fire off more of its ammo before going at it with my own light cruiser. Do you have reduced ammo or something? Yeah, you do. Well, now I know. Making them run out of ammo is actually an option. I think the Yahulu is, and there we go, smoke is ready. Not gonna survive this. Yeah, no. There's no getting away. Oh well. Guess I need to build another light cruiser and some more DDs. There's one more convoy battle. Light cruiser on light cruiser. Let's give it a try. If I can somehow stay bow in. I should not take too much damage from the enemy 7-inch guns. And 17 kilometers away. I should have the range. It's just the accuracy that I'll lack. I got a regular crew now on this. It's seen some combat before. But so has the Kinu. I recognize the name. Auto shell selection, I suppose. There we go, finally scoring a hit. And some flooding. That is excellent. That's going to slow her down. That's going to make it easier for the gunners to actually score some hits here. I just need to make sure I stay at some kind of an angle. Oh, but yeah, she's scoring big hits in return. And I think the Yinjing is not going to survive this. Nope. Another loss versus a Japanese light cruiser. So we're going to have to do something about that. And there we go. There goes the two transports. We're gonna have to do something about the Japanese light cruisers, because my own are just not getting it done. Granted, mine are less than half the price of a Japanese one, but that doesn't really, even though in theory I could have two for every one of these, that's not really how the game sets up battles. does like to give you a 1v1 with light cruisers, so you kind of need your own CLs to be better than the enemies. So we're gonna do a new light cruiser design. I know I've got some under construction. I guess I can finish those, but still. So this is the one I've built on, modern light cruiser 1, light cruiser 5, or gun cruiser. Oh yeah, that's the one you can't really build on just because the towers are so hideously expensive. But maybe. Maybe. $38.5, is that doable? With geared turbines, maybe? Secondary tower. I'm gonna have to pick the lightest one just because radar and rangefinder is gonna add a percentage based. These are hideously heavy funnels. Already overweight, and I haven't added any guns yet, so no. That works. 37 knots. 38, not really. 37.5. Not really. 37 kind of works. As for guns, I'm gonna need them to have some actual proper firepower to deal with the Japanese light cruisers. But also, as you can see, it's now hideously expensive. This is battlecruiser territory, so it's not really working out either. I think we're going back to the modern light cruiser hull, just making it slightly bigger. Back up to 37 knots. Can drop down the range. Oil 1, diesel 2. That is a decent combination as far as cost goes. There we go. Funnel edge. I'm gonna go -4 on the beam, making it a little bit lighter at the cost of making it more vulnerable. Now main guns, I still want to go with 7s. Gonna do a more conventional ABXY layout. I might still fit another turret here. Gonna go straight for modern 1. I want to try and keep it under 330 million because that's what the Japanese ones cost. Where are we at for assistance? 60. That's not great, really. Heavy shells, semi-auto, which is not the best, but it does work. Coincidence, and we can like really not forget its other job of hunting submarines and stuff. There's still a couple of places where I can still reduce some weight. Let's do 2.5 on the turret tops. 39 calibers. That is just really not enough. 45, yeah, that's a little bit better with regards to accuracy. 304 million. Let's drop down the range. This range is still very, very good. What is my flash fire chance? 6%. That's not too shabby. Anti-flood 2, saving a little bit more money. Oil 2, that's a big cost increase. Can't really have that. It's a 10,000 ton light cruiser. It's kind of big, but still. Let's take a look at funnels again. The 500 ton super funnel. 5. Go for a slightly lighter one. There we go, that's still pretty good. Still got a bit of a 4-weight offset. Let's deal with the armor. 3.9. I want that all over. Okay. Decent armor layout. Electrical 2. It is perfectly balanced the way this is right now. How punchy are these? Not super punchy. With AP, they can go through Japanese light cruisers at around 17,000. I guess it works. Secondary guns, not gonna have enough weight left over for torpedoes. Ship is now overweight. And 3-inch turrets do not have any armor. Come on, show me their range. There we go. 10 kilometers. Not terrible. Yeah, you can work with that. Now I need to save about a 1% of weight. The barbette armor really doesn't make a huge difference. What can make a huge difference here? If I reduce the main deck down to 1.4, that works. 320 million. That's just a little bit cheaper than a Japanese light cruiser. Lacks the torpedoes. It's still a little bit slower, but it's got more firepower if it's being chased, and it should hopefully be a little bit more survivable. The resistance is still not amazing though, but what's the ASW here? 4,500. Save that design. Now, what did I do with these to make them so fragile? Other than just save a lot of cost. Yeah, reduced bulkheads, reduced beam by a lot. Double instead of triple hull bottom. Citadel 3 instead of 4. Not that big of a difference in resistance, nor in belt armor, but yeah, can build a couple of the new ones. Okay, so 320 million. I can afford some of those. Let's build some light cruisers. 6 of them. Yeah. Not too bad. Still in the green. Let's see. Chinshu. And Hangzhou. And Weihai Wei? Maybe? Yeah. Alright, so that was this episode. A couple of disappointing convoy battles, but I still think we did okay, especially in that larger battle where we sank the enemy battlecruisers. Now, question is, sooner or later we're gonna fight some Japanese battleships, and they could quite potentially be quite a bit more powerful than my own battleships. I got one here that's heading towards Weihai Wei, escorted by only 2 DDs. Do they have more battleships in this region around Korea? I'm guessing they probably do somewhere. How many did they have in total? 4. And they had one that I saw. What's that? Yeah, 2 here. Okay. That kind of solved that mystery. Are they fighting the Americans yet? Not quite yet. We're gonna improve relations to the USA. Alright, but that's it for this episode. Oh, we are slightly over shipbuilding capacity now. That's not good. I should have paid a little bit of attention to that. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have done that. How much over are we? 50,000 tons. The Beijing is going to be repaired next month. That is 25,000 tons taken care of. So if I can just pause construction here on some of these. Come on, game. Let me actually select them. Like so. One more maybe. Yeah, that should be enough once Beijing is finished. Actually, we're just gonna briefly suspend the Fuzhou while we wait for Beijing. Actually, no, we're gonna suspend this one, which is not really that far into construction. So there, only 10 months before I start getting some new light cruisers. 3 months for this battlecruiser, 1 month for that one. It's not too bad. We can manage. And with that, goodbye and take care.